3, 4. Huh. Well, I walk into the room, passing out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And out by the bar, double around the crown, and everybody's getting down in this town. It ain't never gonna be the same. Well, 'cause I saddle up my horse and I ride him to the city. I make a lot of noise, 'cause the girls, they are so pretty. Be riding up and down Broadway on my old stud Leroy, and the girls say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. And everybody say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Well, I don't give a damn about nothing. I'm singing and bling-blinging while the girls are drinking. Long necks down, and I wouldn't trade old Leroy or my Chevrolet for your Escalade, your freak parade. I'm the only John Wayne left in this town. And I saddle up my horse and I ride him to the city. I make a lot of noise, 'cause the girls, they are so pretty. Be riding up and down Broadway on my old stud Leroy, and the girls say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. And everybody say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sammy Hagar. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. One more time, everybody say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Yeah.
So we all know that the legendary musicians, the historical venues, and of course, music playing on every corner right here in Nashville, Tennessee. So this week, I have the pleasure of sitting down with not one, but 2 cowboys. Both of them live in this town, and they just happen to be one of the most iconic country duos of all time. That's right, folks. We're getting ready to go visit Big Kenny and John Rich, AKA Big and Rich. And we're gonna find out if these guys are as yin and yang as what I've heard. I've heard it's like this guy's this way and this guy's this way, but somehow they come together, they create some amazing music. First, I'm gonna go talk to Big Kenny, get some dirt on John. And then we're gonna go to John's house and get some dirt on Kenny, and then we're gonna bring them all together, and we're gonna see what's going on. We'll do a little jam at the end. So let's go see who's really big and who's really rich. We have arrived at Mr. Big Kenny's house. Now, the question I had about Big and Rich, now we know at least one thing. This is a big house, and you would have to be rich to own it. So, yeah, let's go inside and see what these boys are up to. This is cool, man. Wow. Yo, anybody home?
Yo,
Kenny, how are you, man?
What are you doing,
Damn,
buddy?
I should have wore some platforms or something, man. Big Kenny ain't the word
I
for it.
just
There
walked
we
around
go.
like
There we
this.
go.
We
Get
got my
on your
extra
knees.
hat on.
Yeah, they're giving you an extra couple 4 inches. How are you, man? Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the Chateau d'Amore and the University of Creativity.
Damn, I can understand why.
How about the Pub of Love?
Well, you know me and a pub, we get along here, and I've never seen a pub I didn't like. So
Yeah.
I understand you're like a creative guy, like you build all kinds of stuff, and I'm driving up here and say, oh, Kenny made that, oh, Kenny made that, and he does this and does that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been building a few things most of my life, you know. Yeah.
So what's it like in Nashville? I mean, this town has come crazy. How long have you lived
What's
here?
it like in that since 1994, man? I
Well,
moved here in summer in
this ain't the same
1994.
Nashville you moved to. What's
No.
changed about it?
Oh, golly. It's grown so much. But the heart of it has stayed exactly what I saw when I came here.
Still
and
about
when
music.
I came here to Music City, USA, I saw music everywhere. And people were just putting their heart and soul into it every day, and I just jumped right in here. I came the summer of 1994, August, and by October, I had a band together, and I was playing 3-4 nights a week.
Hey, if you can't find a musician in this town.
Yeah. Like you say, you know, ask the guy pumping your gas, if nothing else. Yeah, I play guitar.
I
What
write
do you need?
songs too, by the way, you know.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite song you've ever written for somebody
Favorite
else?
song I've ever written for somebody else.
Not just because it was the most famous. Is there one that you really feel you brought that home for that person? And
Well, I didn't know that I'd brought it home for that person. Maybe it brought it home for that person and me. But the song Last Dollar, it just means so much to me. I wrote it in 2000.
Fly Away, was it Fly Away?
Yeah, Fly Away.
Yeah, yeah.
Last Dollar, Fly Away. I had written it in 2002. I was in between record deals, which in Nashville, that's a kind of way of saying I was broke again.
And I'm up in this like suite in Vegas. I'd never seen anything like it before. We're looking down over all this crowd and everything. And it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm going to be going home and it's the first of the month. I got to figure out how I'm going to pay my bills. And I needed about $1,500 to keep everything going.
You didn't go straight to the roulette?
Nope, I went straight to the blackjack table. Exactly. We're thinking similar.
I was just joking.
We're thinking similar here, but I went to the blackjack table and I played up about till between 2 and 5 a.m. I'd taken my couple hundred, whatever I had left of that, $100 I had to eat, you know, while I was there. And that ain't cheap. And I'd gotten it up to $800, man. I'd won 10 hands in a row. And I thought to myself, if I just push this out there one more time, I'm on a roll, I'll double it. Everything will be great. I get home, I got everything covered. And? So I did it. I pushed it out there, and by golly, she deals around, and wham, dealer gets a blackjack. I had 2 chips left. I had a $20 chip and a $1 chip. I gave her the $20 chip, and I said, thank you very much. You were awesome to play with. And I grabbed that $1 chip, and I said, I'm going to keep this because I might need a little something to start over with. Went up to my hotel room. I sat down on the bed, went to pull my boots off, and the heel come right off the bottom of my boot. I laid down on the bed, looked up, and said, what next, Lord? And in 30 minutes, it was, I'm down to my last dollar. I've walked right through my shoes, a friendly, small reminder of all the hell that I've gone through. But look at me still smiling because I'm wondering what I'll do, because since I ain't got nothing, I got nothing to lose. Speaking about putting your heart and soul.
Lean on me. Lean on me when you're not strong. And I'll be your friend. And I'll help you carry on. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Yeah. Oh man, there's my brother. Wait a minute, what sign are you? I got to get down to the real tracks here. Are you a Libra?
Am I what?
A Libra? What sign are you?
Scorpion.
Oh, well, shit, you're my next door neighbor. I'm a
There
Libra.
you go. Come on in. Let me show you the outside.
Yes, sir. You
Some of my favorites, the outside. I love my plants.
Damn.
Yeah, my flowers, my trees.
Man, come on, man. This is just, this is got
Farm
soul.
boy. But here's my favorite room in the house, man. This is my shop. And this takes me back to the,
this. First
takes
of all,
me back to the farm.
This is a beauty.
Yeah. Love Cruiser. 2006, the Love Cruiser 1, the Love Cruiser 2. And look at this, buddy.
Oh, man.
I was telling you about that story in there about me, you know, driving nails, and this guy says you ought to be in the, you ought to go to Nashville. You know, I'm there on a job site, got my 22-ounce checker-face framing hammer.
Is that what that is?
Yep, that's an S-Wing 22-ounce checker-face framing hammer. And this right here, one of my others, that's a 26.
This hammer's got soul.
This hammer's got soul.
I can feel this thing,
So that's
man.
what I was holding.
This baby has pounded some nails and some shit. That's a heavy hammer, though.
Yeah, I feel that one. 26 ounces.
Damn, wait.
Imagine swinging that all day, right? So I'm going pop back before all them pneumatic nailers are out. Pop, pop. And I'm framing up this curved wall, and a dude beside me says, Kenny, you're always singing to the radio. You ought to go to Nashville. I hear they pay people to make music down there. And I remember standing up and laying my hammer, my 22-ounce checker-face S-Wing framing hammer down on a sawhorse and going, you gotta be kidding me. They pay people to make music. And lo and behold, it was...
yes, they do.
Yes,
lo and behold, and evidence is here.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I got to go see your buddy here. Tell me something about him that nobody else knows. Tell me something about Mr. Rich.
Tell you something about John Rich.
That nobody else knows. Because I'm going to go see him. Just like you, I walked in naked here, you know, and you enlightened me.
Yeah.
So what am I looking forward to when I go meet John there? What am I going to find out?
Yeah. Well, John is a kindred soul and brother. He has an undeniable energy, and I think that's really what brought us together, with this work ethic that we knew we could achieve something. But John is one of the foremost authorities on old country music, since we're speaking about that. And my nickname for him is Johnny Jukebox.
Oh, okay,
and,
there you go.
I mean, some people who know him really well, they'd be around him and they'll go, yeah, this guy's pretty good. But then you get around him for a little bit and you start just naming songs. Next thing you know, he's popping them up, saying
Johnny Jukebox.
Johnny Jukebox, man. Johnny Jukebox.
I could spend the whole day with you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And the other thing is he loves Peace, Love, and Happy Hour, pub and bar nuts, just as much as you're gonna love them, going with those tequilas and all the great drinks that you're continuing to make and bring to the people out there, which I think is also important. You know, we find things in life that we truly love and are passionate about. For me, you know, we've been raising peanuts in Virginia.
That's unbelievable. These are your own peanuts from your
gosh,
family.
Everybody ought to have
That
them.
makes it special.
Yeah.
That's not just putting your name on something.
Old cousin Rex got 300 acres in the ground this year. Bring it on.
I'll see you in a while.
Awesome,
We're gonna
buddy.
perform
Looking
later.
forward to it. We're gonna jam a little,
Okay,
right?
yes, sir. We all.
Jam a little more?
That's what I'd really like to
That's
do
what
all
we
day
love
long
to
here. You and I get in that room in there, we might not come out. Well, Big Kenny, down, one down. But I can tell by looking at this car that we're going to interview a whole different guy here with John Rich. I've been told that these two guys are yin and yang, and we're about to find out, man. But look at this Trans Am. I want to go for a ride later. I'm just going to walk into you. These guys are friendly guys. They're country boys, man.
Hello, sir.
John, wait, I almost didn't recognize you.
Welcome to Nashville. How are you, sir?
Thank you, sir. Thank
Good
you
to
for
see
inviting me
man.
to your
Absolutely.
house.
Come
I
on in.
appreciate just looking at that car.
Oh, you saw the car?
Yeah, I had to have a
The
little,
old
hey, down
bandit.
boy.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh, I
Come
do.
on in, yeah.
I wrote a song, Trans Am. But John, wow, what a great house you have. You guys are
Thanks,
rolling
man.
hard. You and your buddy over there, man. I just left his house.
Oh, big, large Kenneth, as we call him.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
big and rich. You know, you
Yeah.
guys start off with a name like that. First of all, before you're known,
Right.
just came out with that shit.
And,
Boom.
you know, you got to put it out there if it's ever
Well,
going to
you
happen,
certainly
right?
did, man. You got my attention over the song.
Yeah, right.
When I heard Ride a Cowboy, I'm going, wait a minute. These guys know what they're
That
doing.
almost sounds like something you'd say.
It does.
I know.
Yeah.
I know,
How do you
yeah.
come up with it? Who came up with that line?
Man, Kenny and I, we've written everything from seeing something on a bumper sticker to something somebody said in a bar somewhere, probably about like you. And we just thought that was one of the craziest things we'd ever heard. And if we could ever make that crazy phrase into a song, people would probably listen to it.
Yeah, they would.
I'll tell you, our record label said that'll never be a single. Probably shouldn't put it on the record. It's too much. But then the fans heard it and started requesting it. Next thing you know, it's been our biggest song.
Those are the best hits. Well, damn. What else you got in this big ass?
You want me to
place?
show you around?
Yeah, big and rich ain't. It's
Come on.
It's an understatement, by the way.
Step on the rock and roll elevator, my man.
You ain't had these crazy fools in this elevator, have you?
No, they haven't been in this elevator
Gene
yet.
would be bumping his head
I
on
know,
the roof. Right? He's bigger than big. One of
Yeah.
my favorite voices of all time.
Merle Haggard.
I'm telling you, Rolling Downhill, that song.
Are we rolling downhill like snowball headed
For
for
hell, the way he hits that low note.
All right, so this is
And now,
what
where
we
you
call
taking
the
me now?
JR bar. That's what this is called. So basically, Kenny has a studio in his house. I
Yes,
have the
he
live
does.
music venue.
You know, so who parties the hardest, you or Kenny? I guess.
Who parties the hardest?
Yeah, I mean, looks to me like maybe this is where the party might be.
If you want to do the party in real time, it's happening in here. So I've had everybody from Twisted Sister to Lil Jon to George Jones.
Who's
singing
played
this
on that stage? George Jones have been on that
George
stage?
Jones has
Stop
been on
it.
that stage. Ricky Skaggs. I mean, the Kid Rock. On and on and on.
But it's
So
like,
he goes. Just to the A. E, A, the whole song.
how many awards you got? Look at all these ASCAP things. This is what I'm
These are
jealous of. This is
songwriter
what-
stuff.
This is what pisses me off. Okay, you country guys. What would this be? Maybe your favorite. What are you most proud
That's a
of? What
big
song
one.
are you most proud of? I mean, it doesn't have to be
Oh.
the biggest one sometimes. But,
No, it's not the biggest one
but
sometimes.
Damn, that's a big song.
Redneck Woman, I'm really
It's a
proud.
career song.
You know, Gretchen grew up real tough in Southern Illinois. And as I was getting to know her, you know, she's sitting there smoking a cigarette, spitting dip, and drinking a Miller Lite. She needs to be on your show, by the way. And,
She's next.
and she says, I don't think I'm going to ever be able to do this. And I said, do what? And she points at the TV, and there's like a country music video on of Shania Twain. She goes, I'm never going to be that pretty, that slick, that pop. If that's what it takes, I can't do it. I'm just a redneck woman. And I said,
Boom.
I said, you're exactly right. And I said, think about Loretta Lynn. Instead of sanding off your edges, put a magnifying glass on what you don't think's perfect about you. You'll be surprised how many millions of people feel exactly the same way.
Probably more
You'll
feel that
become
way.
their hero. So in 45 minutes from that conversation, we had written Redneck Woman. Anyway,
Look at
I could
you.
keep showing you
Look at
stuff,
you.
but I hear Big Kenny's heading over. You want to go to the roof? I haven't shown you that yet.
Yeah.
Want to meet Kenny up on the roof?
Yeah, I want to do this song with you guys, but now, before Kenny gets here, I asked him something about you, and he told me, and it's not worth repeating.
I'm sure it's not. I'm not surprised by that.
What can you tell me about Kenny that nobody knows, that only you know, because you guys been
Oh,
so
wow.
close?
You know, Kenny, he comes across as a guy that's just probably sitting around all the time by the pool or whatever. That's one of the most hardworking dudes you've ever met.
Yeah, he wore me out.
His whole life.
No, he wore me out. It's like I went over there trying to get a word in edgewise, man.
He goes at it with
ball of
everything he's
energy.
got, and that's one of the things that he and I are exactly the same as work ethic. Neither one of us are lazy. Neither one of us, take it anything less than deadly serious, and we want to go succeed and do great for our families and great for our names. And I think that's one big thing that's kept us together. That boy will work right there.
Right on. Right on. Let's go do a song. Hey, the Red Rocker Sammy Hagar here, back with Big and Rich. Got them both in the same house now. You know, we've been to Rich's house, and then we went to Big's. No, we went to Big's house, and then we went to Rich's house, and then now we're all here together at this rooftop. Look at this place.
The roof is on fire.
You guys know how to live, is what I was saying. Like, I go to Rockstar's house, and man, the place are tore up and stuff. You guys' houses are immaculate. They're like artsy and beautiful, and
We got good wives.
is that what it is?
Yeah, it's all.
Well, I
all
can't say
about the woman
that.
you like.
Well, I can't say that for most rock stars, by the way. I do though. I'm the only one that has a good
Doing
wife.
good.
Oops,
We're doing good.
whoa.
Everybody's doing great.
My wife's actually born on the same day as John.
I know, we have the
That's
same
so
birthday.
crazy.
Yeah,
and my
yeah.
dad was born the day before that. So,
And Elvis the day after, so that's a good little run.
Yeah. Yeah.
what do you guys think of Elvis? I think he was the biggest star that ever in the music
man.
industry. That guy was.
How many people define a whole genre of music? Elvis Presley, rock and roll.
He was the baddest.
He just laid it all out there.
Did you ever meet him, any one of you guys?
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, he went too soon, like a lot of them. Okay, I have this little thing called this or that. Now, being a Scorpio and a Capricorn, you guys are going to have any trouble with this. It's when you get these Pisces and Libras like myself, when you say, well, I was thinking, well, maybe, hey, no, it ain't none of that. You just, boom, come right off the top of your head. Okay, ready?
As long as it's all on numbers under 10, we got it covered.
Brooks and Dunn are the Judds.
Judds.
Wow. Well, we went on tour with Brooks and Dunn, so I'm going to go Brooks and
You
Dunn.
have to then, okay. Writing for yourself or writing for other people?
I just love to write.
Other people.
Boom. In the studio or on stage?
Stage.
Yeah, I'm with you. Amen. Okay. Fame or fortune, or basically big or rich?
Fame is fun for a second, then I get tired of it, right?
It was a
Can do
trick
big things, though. Let's
question.
just do big
It was a
things.
trick
They're
question.
interlinked, I guess. Yeah. I tell you what, I never thought we'd get famous enough that we'd have, by God, Sammy Hagar sitting up on the roof jamming on our Gibson guitar.
And loving it.
that?
And loving it,
Hope
by
you
the
had
way.
a good time in Nashville, man. It's an awesome thing to have you here.
I'm-
We're big fans. We came to your show before we knew each other.
Yeah.
When you played,
1995, we just figured it out. We didn't even know each other then.
yeah.
And
I
we were
remember
both
coming.
there at the same show.
I love that part of life when things come around and you say, hey, I was there or you were there and I
Yeah.
didn't, man,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
great.
man. It was a great
was
show.
I good? Was I good that night?
You smoked it, man.
Y'all were
I remember you
stomping,
saying something about Alex smelled like garlic so bad you couldn't hardly walk past the drum kit, right?
Brother, it's like a pizza parlor up there, like a cheap Italian
I think
restaurant.
you said that
Pizza's
actually on
good.
stage.
Pizza's good.